Hello everyone and welcome to the live stream. I hope that you're all doing good. Tonight we have a lot to talk about. A lot of localization slash censorship slash changes in entertainment. Unfortunately, a couple of days ago, yesterday actually, I talked about how I'm apparently on a Localizer deplatform list, so I thought that it was very fitting that tonight we talk about localizers being terrible people, sketchy localizers changing things that they feel are insensitive or offensive. We have some Amber news, Top Gun news, so tonight we're going to be talking about how English localizers turning Otokonoko into a transgender female in a new manga. This was a situation that happened a couple of days ago. I didn't get a chance to cover it primarily because over the weekend I was live streaming the Summer Game Fest events and I didn't get a chance to upload videos on 2 of those days. So I finally wanted to cover it since I might still do a video on it because I've got a lot of thoughts on it, but I at least wanted to cover it tonight. I'm also going to be talking about a extremely questionable translator being selected as Persona, Xbox, and PC ports localization coordinator. Now, we found out about this at Summer Game Fest, the Xbox and Bethesda Day. And initially, I was pretty excited. I think that everyone was initially pretty excited, primarily because it's great to see Persona on more platforms. On Xbox, on PC, these are games that people love, that are near and dear to a lot of our hearts. But, unfortunately, the localization coordinator that was chosen is an extremely questionable person. They are someone who supports things being changed in games, in manga, in anime, that fits their narrative. They are someone who, unfortunately, actually supported this whole situation where they turned one of the feminine male characters into a transgender female. They are a supporter of that. I'm going to be talking quite a bit about them. I definitely think I'm going to be covering this in a video tomorrow because this is very, very sad to see. It's very disappointing to see someone so questionable be chosen for these beloved games. And while, yes, there are some people saying, you know what, maybe nothing will be changed. Maybe there won't be censorship. Maybe they won't, put their agenda into this, because we don't know what type of work they're doing with these titles, but I wouldn't put it past them to change things and say, hey, these things need to be changed. I'm going to be watching the new Amber interview. I don't know why my mind blanked on that. Part 1 of this interview that she did was put up, and yikes. Amber fired her first PR team a couple of weeks ago just to hire an equally, honestly, probably worse PR team. There's 9 minutes here on Twitter. I couldn't find, a full interview, so I'm assuming that this is the only part that's up. But we are definitely going to be watching this for 9 minutes, guys. And I want to show you the Edward Scissorhands clip where Amber, she makes some very dumb comments throughout this. She talks about how, why wouldn't you believe the man who made the world think that he had scissors for hands? That is going to be a yikes for me. And listen, I haven't supported Amber throughout the trial. I'm not an Amber stan. I don't like Amber. I don't support her. I personally thought that she told a lot of lies and she used a whole movement to get ahead in her career. Because after, of course, the op-ed was put out, she was given movie roles and TV show roles, and she was made this, feminist icon. Anyway, I haven't supported her, and I think that it's hilarious to now have people ask her legitimate questions and her say the dumbest shit a human could say. And I also wanted to talk about Top Gun, because Top Gun right now is doing great. Top Gun, the box office numbers blew by Doctor Strange 2 in only 18 days, and it is now officially the highest grossing movie of 2022 at the domestic box office, and the media is pretty pissed off about Top Gun Maverick. I might talk about it in a video. I'll mention it afterwards. But basically, the media is going on about how this film is filled with toxic masculinity and it shouldn't be okay to release a movie like this in 2022, even though it very clearly is doing amazing at the box office, because this is the content that people want to see. So, hi guys, I hope that your evening is going well. Welcome to the stream. Those are the topics we're going to cover tonight. I hope you're all doing good. We're going to start with the localizer topics. There's quite a bit here to talk about, but I thought that it would be rather amusing to talk about. I definitely plan to cover some of these topics in videos, but yeah, localizers, very fun. Localizers want me deplatformed, so of course I'm going to talk more about them and the bullshit that they're doing. Because why wouldn't I? Try to deplatform me. Go for it. I mean, are they actually going to? No, most likely not. I don't care if I'm on this little localizer hater list, okay? It really doesn't matter to me. I went to see Top Gun Maverick and it was great. I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it. I have been pretty excited to see it, but I haven't gotten a chance to yet. And I haven't, well, I haven't seen anything online. Not that I would illegally download a movie. Not me. But I've been busy doing things and stuff. But I haven't watched it yet. I will see it soon. It's fantastic. I've heard that it's great. I've read kind of like the general plot of it, but I actually want to see it myself, but it sounds like it's pretty good. I mean, everyone's loving it, which is ultimately what matters the most, right? The toxic, sexist, what else are the media calling everyone who likes it? Just terrible people are enjoying it. Woke localizers are terrible. We should just call them Localizers. Japan should start just hiring localizers from not the US. Yeah. The thing is, right, is that while yes, I think that a lot of these localizers are terrible, Japan, they're just hiring people that have high recommendations, people that have been part of a lot of projects. It's hard because, yes, I think that anyone who can do the job should have an equal opportunity at getting that job. Clearly, there's a bit of a problem going on right now with the localizers that are being chosen. Thank you, Daniel, for rejoining the Titans. Welcome to the Dark Titans again. Thank you for your continued support. I do really appreciate it. Top Gun is too patriotic. It should be banned. That's what the media thinks. I think that that's kind of ridiculous. But they hate the fact that people are enjoying the movie right now. Oh my god, guys! Pause. Pause the stream. Chat. Guess what is back in stores? Guess what's back in stores? Guess what's back in stores? Baja Blast. When I saw it, I bought all of them. I spent like a lot of money on Baja Blast today. That's the crisp sound of a Baja Blast. It's finally back. Last year, they took it away a month early. They took it away a month early. That's not gonna happen this year. Every time I go to the store, I'm buying all of it. I'm done. I'm sick of the store's bullshit with it only being out for 2 months a year. That's good. That's good. Not paid product placement, but believe me. Believe me, it could be at this point. I thought Vera would be more of a Code Red girl. Code Red is actually my, well, I don't want to say it's my least favorite, but it's my least favorite out of, like, original Mountain Dew, Baja Blast, Code Red, Blue Voltage. It's just my least favorite because I feel like it's the least strong. I feel like Code Red is good. It's good. I'm a Code Red stan, but I feel like it's just not as, like, strong as Baja Blast. Yep, guys, I'm getting blasted tonight. Okay, chat. So, now is time. It's time to get into the first topic. So, as I talked about in a video yesterday, apparently now I am on a localizer hit list. Localizers hate me, and there's a list that apparently exists where it's meant to not only for localizers to block people on that list, but also to attempt to get them deplatformed. I'm here. It's day 1 of being on the list after talking about the list, and I am still on the internet. But because, of course, the localizers that I talk about often hate me, I thought that it was a great time to talk about localizers and their bullshit. And the first thing I wanted to start off with was something that happened a couple of days ago. I had been, over the weekend, live streaming the Summer Game Fest events. I didn't get a chance to do videos on 2 days I usually do videos. So I wanted to finally cover this. I know it's a few days late, but I thought that it was important to at least put in a live stream so my thoughts are out there. But English localizers turn Oda Kanoko into a transgender female in a new manga. And the thing here, right, is that if originally the writer for this manga wanted this to be a transgender character, if they had written this manga and the character was transgender from the very beginning, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Okay, that was the artist's original intent. That is what they wanted their story to be about. They're allowed to write stories like that. Now, people are allowed to dislike the story. I don't think that that's a problem. I don't think that makes you an isterophobe. You're allowed to dislike the story. But in this case, it wasn't like the original mangaka went into this wanting this character to be this way. It unfortunately was a story that was completely twisted around by English localizers. So it says, localizers have once again decided to rewrite original works they had no hand in creating, as the feminine male of I Turned My Childhood Friend Into a Girl was rewritten to be a transgender female in the English translation, despite the mangaka clearly stating the character is male. Now, there have been arguments in the past that, you know, if a writer comes out and says, I was behind this change, that it's okay. And I feel a bit conflicted when it comes to situations like that, because yes, obviously, the original writer and creator's intent is the most important thing. When you have established characters with established pronouns, personality traits, ways that they look, they dress, they walk, they talk, people also don't really deserve to have those characters changed around and twisted around, especially when they're characters that are very beloved. I mean, unfortunately, we've seen that happen year after year after year, where characters are taken, they're twisted around, and they're gender swapped, race swapped, and I don't think that that is okay. But in this case, the original mangaka has always clearly referred to this character as being a male. And now by changing that, they are going directly against the wishes of the original creator. Thank you, Ronnie Kennedy. Uh-oh. We have a Kennedy in chat? Uh-oh. Is Kathleen your mother? You gotta get out of here, Ronnie. Ronnie, listen. Thank you for the $10 super chat. This woke nonsense needs to end. Also, hashtag justice for Actman. Yeah, I haven't really gotten to talk about the justice for Actman situation, the Actman situation in general. I want to do a video on it, but I feel as though every time I want to cover it, I find something else that I didn't initially know. So, like, I was going to cover that situation, I think it was, like, on Saturday, and I was going to, but then I found out, like, new information and things I didn't know. So I've been trying to listen to, like, as many of the interviews he's done, as much content, to try to make sure that I know everything. But I think that you all already know my opinions. I think that it's absolutely fucking terrible that YouTube has completely demonetized his channel. They've removed him from the partner program. I think that it is completely unacceptable that there is all of these steps being taken against him when none of them are being, you know, put against someone who's doing the same exact things and way worse things that Quantum is doing. I think that it's the situation where if you're going to demonetize and remove Actman, you should be demonetizing and removing Quantum TV. Or you should not do it to either of them. Now, Quantum has definitely, he's broken so many points of the TOS. It's absolutely fucking mind-boggling that he is still on the platform and he's monetized and all of that, but I do plan to cover that at some point here. But thank you for the $10 super chat and the very long rant. Hell no, she's not my mom. Are you sure, Ronnie? Because you better not be lying to us, okay? Because if I find out that Kathleen Kennedy is your mother, it's not gonna look good. I'm gonna put you on blast on social media. Ronnie, you better not be lying. But thank you for the $10 super chat. Yeah, I will get robbed by YouTube if I make that video. I'll probably get reported. I'll probably get banned. I'll probably be mass demonetized. I don't know. I know that a lot of creators are unfortunately going through a lot of bad shit when talking about the Actman situation, but that doesn't mean that I won't cover it. I mean, every time I say Amber Heard's name, everything's demonetized. Like right now, I bet that this stream just got demonetized because I said the name Amber Heard. Let me go to my YouTube dashboard right now before we keep reading. I'm sorry I got into this topic and then started rambling. I'm very, very sorry. Oh, it's still monetized for now. Once we actually get to clips of her, it will be demonetized. Okay, so it says the series follows Kenshiro, a popular high school student who hides his fascination and skill with cosmetics until he breaks down and asks his friend to be his model, transforming this character into a feminine boy with a little bit of makeup. The Localizers, having no understanding of the concept otakonoko, boys who dress and act feminine, or cross-dressing, decided to declare Hyura a transgender female, which contradicts the own mangaka's official statement about his characters and earned the Localizers' criticisms from fans of the work. Months prior, the mangaka sat down for an interview with Pixie Vision where he explained certain character concepts, and he always referred to Hyura with male pronouns. This is a massive, massive problem where you've got Localizers taking these characters, these stories, and twisting them around because they think, hey, it'll make me look like a better person to the woke people on social media who follow me. It'll make everyone love and respect me more, when in reality it just gets less people purchasing your product. Because now that this is coming out, right, now that we're hearing about this information, I've lost any interest in it. Of course, it does bring up the interview, and the interview's translator explained the pronoun use clearly. Ethylene Scans reviewed the first volume's translation work that Seven Seas Entertainment butchered, displaying the original Japanese text and comparing it with the English release, while also providing their own literal translation and commentary. Unfortunately, this is not very surprising. I hate the fact that I have to say that I have to say it's not surprising, but unfortunately it's not. I talk a lot about these individuals who are going into work, they're changing things around where they see fit, where they feel like they should. And, of course, a bunch of other translation errors are pointed out, and the questionable Katrina ignored all of the presented evidence and offered her full support for turning a feminine boy into a transgender girl. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is where the situation starts, where the two topics with localizers tonight merge, because this individual, Katrina, their Twitter is Katrina Translator. Don't go to their social media. Don't talk to them. Don't interact with them. They had said, I know the translator and they've done their homework on this series, reading future volumes, consulting with trans people, and working hard to make sure it's as accurate as possible. Shame on those listening to one rando and trashing it. I fully support this translator. Why would you need to consult with a trans individual when this character wasn't originally trans? Clearly, they're not working as hard as they could to make it as accurate as possible, or else this wouldn't be happening. And this individual, Katrina Translator, who very clearly supports the alterations that unfortunately, this new localizer on I Think I Turned My Childhood Friend Into a Girl has done. This individual, Katrina, God, this makes me cringe. I hate the word cringe, but it makes me cringe. This individual who supports the changes to this manga is the user, is the person, is the individual who is the localization coordinator selected for the Persona Xbox and PC ports. Boy, oh boy, is it a small world. So yes, I thought that was a perfect way to move into our next topic, which is a questionable translator selected as Persona Xbox and PC port localization coordinator. Can I just say, damn. Listen, I love Sankaku Complex. The people that are at Sankaku Complex that are writing these articles, I appreciate you and your work because I get to use a lot of your articles in my videos, in my live streams, in my content. Y'all are picking very interesting images. Can I just say, this is a very interesting image. Of course, we respect women around here, especially fictional women. Damn, she needs a bigger shirt. A localizer with a less than favorable reputation has been selected to be the localization coordinator for various Persona games slated to come to Xbox and PC, prompting many to be concerned as the individual supports altering the source material for the sake of a political agenda. Now, I love Persona. I think a lot of us here love Persona. We support Persona. And I was initially pretty excited when I heard that various Persona games were coming to the Xbox and PC. During the Xbox and Bethesda live stream for Summer Game Fest, I mean, I reacted live. I was very, very excited. But now that I've heard that this person is directly affiliated with the project and they are a localization coordinator, a lot of my hopes kind of fly out the window. So it says the Atlas West Twitter account announced that Persona 5 Royal, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 3 Portable are being ported to Xbox consoles and PC. But Katrina Translator, a localizer with a history of sketchy decisions, as I just read, drew attention to the fact that she was selected to act as the localization coordinator for these ports. She said, so excited to announce that I'm the localization coordinator for the P3P and P4G on Xbox and Windows. And she also asserts that she will only be making sure everything into the port is okay and adjusting any button prompts or terminology for the new platform. But I'd also like to point out the fact that she, just days before this was announced, said the fact that, oh, it's okay that this other translator changed this character to being a transgender when they previously weren't. And that, in their eyes, was making sure that everything was done and they were working hard to make sure it's as accurate as possible. So them changing the background of that character was okay, and that to them was as accurate as possible. So while they're saying, honestly, it's mostly just making sure that everything from the legacy version makes it into the port okay, that doesn't mean that what is okay to this individual is okay to us. So I thought that that was very, very questionable and not so good. This person has supported another manga's localizer's decision to rewrite a character to identify as a transgender female when they refer to themselves as male, despite all of the evidence. As I had just read that article, it says they were also responsible for Funimation's English subtitled version of Higurashi no Naku. Oh, I can't say it. I'm sorry. I butchered it. But you guys get it. I've talked about this before. I'm sorry. Where they translated Satoko's classic pet name. Listen, I remember when I talked about this, this was very cringe. The pet name as Big Brother. Only to go on a rant defending their decision before eventually reverting it. So this individual took a shit ton of backlash for the change that they made. And then, after all of the backlash, it was reverted, which is great, don't get me wrong, but they never really admitted the fact that they did something wrong. They never really admitted the fact that, hey, people were really upset. I understand why. We changed it back. She just kind of said that, yeah, we were gonna go this route and now we're not. Like, that was it. It's not like this person actually cares about what fans want and what consumers want. This person was probably told, listen, you're facing a shit ton of backlash now, so you've got to change it, or else we're going to face a massive problem. Yeah, Higurashi, when they cry, yeah. I was trying to say the full name, I'm sorry, I butchered it. But it's okay. They also, of course, have worked on a few Funimation and Sentai Filmworks titles and spoke on her work process when translating. I'm going to be honest, I don't really care about what their work process is because they are not someone who's worried about accuracy. They're not someone who is worried about, you know, making sure fans are getting what they want, doing things as accurately as possible. They're doing what they feel like. And I don't know why this happened, guys. I put up a tweet with the image of their announcement, and I said, does anyone have a list or examples of all the things they've butchered? And why did this get 700 likes? Like, I appreciate every single person who interacts with my Twitter and likes my stuff and retweets, but why the fuck did this get 722 likes? I literally asked a question. And it got 700 likes. I should ask questions more. I guess I really scratched the right part of people's brains with this question, because 722 likes, what can I say? It didn't get shared by any, like, large creators or anything either. I guess it's the power of social media. Hashtag gonna get deplatformed by the Localizers. People did point out the fact that Katrina did clarify that if for a port title, it's mostly just making sure everything from the legacy version makes it into the port okay. But again, they have supported things in the past like gender terms being changed and core elements of characters being altered by other localizers. So why should I sit here and say that, oh, it's good that they offered a follow-up? Why should I give them the benefit of the doubt? Because they were the localizer, unfortunately, who... They were the localizer, unfortunately, who, you know, has inaccurately translated things before. Because they thought that it would be better. They don't want offensive content in something. So I do think that's that this person doesn't really deserve the benefit of the doubt at this point. Because usually I try to be fair. You guys know, unfortunately, my sin in life is being too fair and giving people too many chances. I don't know what you want to call that, but maybe we can come up for a title. But yeah, unfortunately, I give people far too many chances. I don't think that this person deserves any more chances. BC, keep it respectful in chat, please. Please keep it respectful in chat, BC. I've had to warn you before. Keep things respectful, because we don't want them screenshotting shit that's in the chat and then using it against us to potentially get us banned. Vera always delivers? What do I always deliver? What are you talking about? Uh-oh. Guys, you didn't see anything, okay? Shut up! You motherfuckers, shut up! You didn't see anything, okay? All you saw was this character image. That's all you saw. Guys, shut the fuck up before I fucking ban you all. Guys, come on, you didn't see anything. Uh-oh. Guys, did I tell you about the pirate stream? Oh, I didn't tell you. This is a perfect time. Do you guys remember the other day on Saturday when I live streamed 7 Pirates H? It is monetized. Galgun can't get monetized, but 7 Pirates H with a booby system was monetized. I'm glad I made my dollar on it. It was monetized though. Actually, how much did I make from it? I'd say $2, actually. I say $2.
Christopher donated $10.
I don't have Streamlabs
Let's
up.
all make sure women are respected, please.
Yeah, chat. Yeah, chat. Keep it respectful. Thank you, Chris, for the $10 donation. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. The stream made... Well... That doesn't help me because super chats are on it. It probably made like $2 in views, okay? It was monetized! Shish, shish, shish. It was monetized. I'm so happy. Yay. I am going to be streaming that again though on Thursday and over the weekend. We have to do the full playthrough. Uh-oh, chat, shut up. You didn't see anything. Yeah, the pirate stream. Yeah. The pirate stream. I'm going to be streaming that again on Thursday and over the weekend. That was my favorite stream ever. I bet it was, Chris. Okay. Somebody said she handled the Steam version that didn't change a thing. This is most likely a false alarm of sorts. But somebody said, yeah, I get the concern, but we need to be a bit more judicious about what or who we target. If she didn't change it, then she's likely not going to have to have the mandate to do that now. Sega is not going to spend more to change a translation that already exists. I disagree, because unfortunately we have seen companies go, you know what? It's 2022. Things need to be different. Audiences are different. So we're going to have all of these things changed. I don't really believe the fact that, oh, if they don't want to spend more money, because, well, yes, they don't want to spend money, they still have a localization coordinator who could say we need to change things. people are sharing threads about how they're trying to contact Sega, get Sega's attention about this situation, and Katrina's very unprofessional comments. Of course, the comment made about, I think I turned my childhood friend into a girl. Her saying things like, I know tweeting this is going to draw the Twitter mob towards me, but that's fine. They can point to the one scan guy's analysis of the first volume all they want. It's clearly the same anti-localization stuff as always, just co-opted differently. And I know not offering my own full essay about why it's good and not giving examples and context is going to stir shit up too, but I know that even if I did, it wouldn't change anyone's minds. That's how stuff on the Bird site works. I'd like to say that I would love to hear these people's in-depth analysis and their thoughts on why things are good and why things are bad. I always say this, but I'm talking about Katrina now, here on the live stream. If you ever want to come on the channel and do a live interview and actually talk to someone with a different opinion than yours, hey, maybe it'll end up being some good press for you and people will trust you more. Or maybe it'll be an Amber on NBC situation and everyone will think that you're a terrible person even more. I don't know. I can't say what people are gonna do. But I know that my audience will give you a nice fair chance and actually sit and talk to you. Yeah, Elder Scrolls 6 is in pre-production, guys. Meaning it's gonna be like 4 years until we actually see it. It's not even in production. It's in pre-production, meaning they're getting developers together, they're getting stories written, they're getting ready to put it into production, aka see you all in like 4 to 5 years, unfortunately. And I know it's just a very small subset of fans who are very loud, and that the rest of the community isn't like this, but it still disappoints me that so much of the community doesn't realize how hard we work to make sure everything is handled with care. We love what we do. They also said, writing off what was an extremely complex and well-researched localization decision as transing a character for no reason is absolutely ridiculous and is 100% something TERFs and the right would write for some bird site clout. Shame on you, be better. Maybe respect original writer's intentions. Shame on you, be better. Anyway, I have all my notifications turned off. I A, have my notifications turned off. B, have Block Party installed. What the fuck is Block Party? And C, have reply filtering, so yell at me all you want. I'm not engaging with y'all on this. Okay, that's fine. Who wants to interact with you at this rate? This is the problem, is that you're telling people, fuck you, I don't care about what you think. That's something that the right would write and TERFs would write, and basically you're a terrible person, and you are in fact doing the same thing you're saying other people will do. She just fucking went on about how if she wrote an analysis, people would still write it off, yet there are people out there writing analysis and writing essays on why they don't think it's okay that they turn this character into a transgender individual. And now she is just watering it down to, well, that's not something only the TERFs and the right would write. So you fucking want, but you're not fucking giving. How is that fair? You're asking people to be nice and fair and, you know, I'd write an analysis, but no, but everyone would water it down to a few simple things. Yeah, you're doing the same exact thing. How is that okay? How is that fair? Yikes. Yikes. Anyway, guys. I guess that's all that I really had to discuss with that. We could read a couple more comments. Look at their video game credit and biography. Localization Coordinator, Sonic Colors Ultimate. Didn't Sonic Colors Ultimate fail? Oh, wow! Gee whiz! Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I can't spell sentinels. I can't spell it. I had one letter off. Wow, guys! Oh my god! Gee whiz! they're definitely a very fair person. They definitely wouldn't support translations being changed, right? Localization, 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, 2019 Translator, 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, English translation changes more than expected. Wow. The English translation is more butchered than initially led on, a turn of events that critics were likely expecting ever since the revelation of it rewriting a cross-dresser character. The title previously came under fire after it was learned that the English translation for the game completely rewrote a cross-dressing character and made them non-binary, even though the Japanese translation does not define them as such. Among new comparisons, change varied in scale from negligible to highly impactful, with the translator seemingly taking issue with stereotypes and expunging any mention of sexual assault or perverse things. Gee whiz. Who could have seen that coming? Wow, I am absolutely shocked. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe this. I mean, come on. Man. Localization. The shitty localizers list. Does she deserve to go on the list of untalented hacks? Maybe she does. Also, I'm not trying to show my... I'm not even gonna say it. Never mind. I have heard that the game is really, really good. 13 Sentinels. I have heard that it's really good, and I'm glad that people enjoy it. Unfortunately, yeah, I mean, it did face censorship. I talked about it when, like, a couple of weeks ago, actually. I don't remember what it was on. I talked about 13 Sentinels, like, maybe a month and a half ago. I typed in 23 Sentinels. What the fuck is wrong with me? What did I talk about with it? Oh, what was it? I think maybe examples of censorship, new examples or something were released. Ugh. But now if I don't find it, it's gonna bother me. Oh no. But yeah, what was it? Why is it not on my list? Did I not put the name in the title? Oh, I did. Haha. I see what it is. It was 13 Sentinels. It was the port for the Nintendo Switch. That's what it was. It was the port for the Nintendo Switch, and the English translation censorship was left in. Womp womp womp. Womp womp womp. So yeah, this is the individual who was part of the censorship that 13 Sentinels underwent. Guys, I was just gonna point out the fact that this individual has 6,000 followers, and I happen to have 8,000. But it's okay. I'm not here for that life, you know? I'm not flexing on hoes. I'm not flexing on the haters, okay? Me? No. I would never. I'm a respectful person, okay? I don't hate Katrina. I just think that maybe they're not great at their job. It's as simple as that. I can't believe that this was the person who, from the critically acclaimed award-winning author of Big Brother. I just can't believe that they put Big Brother in it. I can't believe that that's what they did. I just can't believe it's that individual, you know? If someone can find it, she made a thread with screenshots for interspecies reviewers and called it "She Got Away With It." There's been a few times where she threatens to show it to people who don't like her changes and translations. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna need a screenshot. I'm gonna need some information. Boy, oh boy. Very fun, chat. She's living her best life. That's it. Because you genuinely care about the industry? But this person told me I hate the industry last night. They deleted their account! Oh my god. They deleted their account. They literally... Oh my god. So, last night, there was this person on Twitter. They fucking deleted their account! There's this Twitter user, and they basically said... They had said more, but I'm glad that I quoted at least this. They had said, blah, 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 you're a terrible person, you deserve to be kicked out of the industry, I hope that you get deplatformed. And they said, all of you toxic freaks ruin communities and lives with your hate, toxic and twisted ways with the middle finger and an angry face. And I had said, oh yeah, we're definitely the toxic ones here. They deleted their whole account! At first I thought, oh no, they deleted it. They deleted the tweet. They didn't just delete the tweet. They deleted their whole account. Oh, I don't have a screenshot of it either. Man, that is sad. That is sad. I didn't take a screenshot. I take screenshots of a lot of stuff. I have screenshots of people being dickheads to me from 5 years ago on my fucking hard drive, okay? I didn't take a fucking screenshot of this dick. This loser. Well, at least you got a funny story out of it. And I said, me using NASA's radar dish to find who the fuck asked. Because it's true. You're allowed to have your opinions. You're allowed to dislike me. You're allowed to say, yeah, you're a bad person, right? Like, all of that is fine. But to go on about how I'm a toxic person who ruins people's lives, look who's talking. I know! I didn't screenshot it! The one time I didn't screenshot stupid shit on the internet, right? Oh, man, I'm a little mad now. Man. The one gosh darn time I don't screenshot it. Man, that's sad. That makes me really sad. Well, chat, at least you got a funny story out of it. That was funny though. That was a funny situation. I was really, really funny. I was really funny. Wayback Machine? True, maybe. Maybe. I like never use the Wayback Machine. Someone do it for me. Someone find it. I'll have to do this off stream. Just because now I'm gonna have to go through posts and sites and blah, 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 blah. I just can't believe they deleted their... They deleted their whole freaking account. That to me is what's funny. That is too freaking funny that they deleted their whole account. Anyway, guys, that's all that we had to talk about with localizers tonight. I'll be doing a video tomorrow. on some localizer topics. Vera's sending out her minions. Find it for me, my minions. I don't think so it wasn't an anime profile picture. I'm pretty sure it was like a cartoon face, though. It wasn't like an anime. But it was kind of like a hand-drawn cartoon, maybe? Like a hand-drawn character, potentially? I don't remember, though. It was something like that. I won! Okay. Alright, so Top Gun time. And then we'll watch the Amber interview because it's 9 minutes and 48 seconds? 46 seconds. But we're gonna be pausing, playing, pausing, playing, pausing, playing, playing, pausing. So, Top Gun Maverick's box office blows by Doctor Strange 2 in just 18 days. Now, I think that this is absolutely hilarious, okay? The media is going on social media. I have this screenshotted. Motherfuckers! I have this screenshotted. God damn it. Anyway. Smile and wave. The media is going on about how Top Gun's terrible. Top Gun Maverick does not denounce toxic masculinity and embraces it. Top Gun Maverick should have done something to fit into our times. Those are the things that the media is saying. They're saying that Top Gun is terrible, it's awful, Top Gun Maverick is filled with toxic masculinity. But hilariously, okay, it is blowing by Doctor Strange 2 in 18 days, and it's the highest grossing movie of 2022 at the domestic box office. So, this article says it only took 18 days, but Top Gun Maverick has blown by Kevin Feige's Doctor Strange 2 at the domestic box office, where it is now the top movie of 2022, passing the Marvel movie. Top Gun Maverick, starring Tom Cruise, has made $401.8 million in its first 18 days of release, compared to Doctor Strange 2's $346 million in its first 18 days, in its current domestic gross of $398 million in 38 days of release. It says, worth a mention is that The Batman has, for the 5th consecutive time, beat Doctor Strange 2 at the domestic weekend box office when compared head-to-head, as The Batman brought in over $6.4 million for its weekend 6, compared to Doctor Strange 2's $5.2 million for weekend 6. Toxic masculinity sells, I guess. I mean, listen, what are these people, what are these people in the media expecting, right? It's a movie that has a lot of nostalgia, it's got great actors, it's got great characters, it's got a good story. What are they expecting? Doctor Strange 2 was a very, very meh story. Some of the cinematography was decent. I like the actors, like I like Elizabeth Olsen, I like Benedict, but at the same time, it's just, it wasn't good. That's the problem with Doctor Strange 2. It says what all of this box office comparison should be telling Kevin Feige is that fans were super disappointed by Doctor Strange 2, which should have been an easy billion-dollar movie. Sucks to be a Disney investor, especially following the near $2 billion Spider-Man No Way Home, which was also a multiverse movie, but the flicks were universes apart, as while one featured great characters and story, the other was filled with nonsensical drivel and a forced agenda at all cost of the main character. Yep, that would be Doctor Strange. It was unfortunate, but Doctor Strange 2 was just not good. It just wasn't what people wanted. It wasn't impressive. Okay, I don't expect every single movie to do something 10 steps ahead of the last movie and be super fucking crazy, right? But I expect it to at least be good. It wasn't. It says, Top Gun Maverick also happens to have a 97% Rotten Tomatoes score and a near-perfect audience score at 99%. I didn't realize the critic score was that high, actually. Rotten Tomatoes. Ew, toes. Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, I didn't actually realize that the critic score was this high. I thought the critic score was lower. absolute Chad. Absolute Chad movie. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I've said this before. I don't hate Tom Cruise, but I'm not like a Tom Cruise stan. Is that too far? I'm sorry. I like him in some stuff, but in other stuff I'm just not. He's just not it. I like him. Okay, I'm sorry. I like him in some stuff, you know? Like this, like Top Gun. Great, cool, Tom Cruise, awesome. But I feel like he's in some movies where he's not as good. I don't know. Or do we have to do a Tom Cruise movie ranking? Anyway, going back to the article, it says, so again, if Hollywood builds it, we will come. So hopefully Kevin Feige and Marvel will get it, as their Phase 4 has been an utter disaster at the box office and on Disney+. Yeah, I agree. I feel like Phase 4 has been a bit of a disaster so far. I'm just not loving really anything that Phase 4's been having to offer. Yeah, I didn't think that the critic score was that high. I knew the audience score was high, but I didn't think the critic score was that high. It says domestic is 52%, international 47%. Domestic has made $395 million, and international has made $353 million, meaning worldwide in total it's been $748 million, which is crazy already. I mean, it only just released, okay? It's got amazing user scores, amazing critic scores. It's doing fantastic at the box office, and now it's the highest grossing movie of 2022 at the domestic box office already. That's what's crazy to me, right? Is it's not like this happened after a month or after 3 weeks. I mean, we're talking in a week. That to me is what I call a fucking slam dunk. And now we have to talk about one more topic quickly that I don't want to talk about. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. It's like a side topic. I don't want to talk about it, but we're going to. Anyway, congratulations to the team behind Top Gun Maverick. I myself have not seen it yet, chat, but I do plan to see it soon. I'm really excited. I'm hoping it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. I'm hearing that it's great. It's got me fucking pumped to see this film, and I'm gonna see it in the next couple days. Guys, we need to talk about something. So, you all know I love Joker. Joker was fantastic. I'm someone who believes that there didn't need to be another Joker, okay? While I loved Joker, I didn't want there to be a sequel that would be bad. Obviously, I would love for there to be another Joker movie that was good, because the first one was amazing. Well, it doesn't sound like Joker 2 is going to be good. Lady Gaga is reportedly in talks to be Harley Quinn. And Joker 2 is going to be a musical. Oh no. It's a musical. Now listen. Okay, this sounds bad, right? I wish that if this is, okay, I wish that if they do officially go in this direction, and like this is the movie they release, I wish they wouldn't have told us. I wish they wouldn't have told us. I wish that all of the, I'm sorry, I wish that it was a bait and switch actually in this case, kind of. I wish that they showed the trailers, and it looked like the Joker 1 trailers, and it seemed like it was really going to be Joker 2. And then you get into the theater, and it's a musical. I'm sorry, that is chaotic evil. That is chaotic evil, but I am fucking for it, okay? If they're really making Joker 2 a musical, if they actually decide to go in this direction, they should have baited us into believing it was going to be just like Joker 1, and then we get into fucking theaters day 1 and it's a musical. I'm sorry. That's the most chaotic evil thing I've ever said on this channel. But it's true. I wish they would have done that. Yeah, Joker 2 is a musical. I have nothing against Lady Gaga. I was never a giant fan of her music. She's got some good songs, right? I don't think that she's a bad actress either. She was in House of Gucci, and I felt like she did a really good job at playing the fucking nutso Patrizia. But I feel like maybe she could be a good Harley Quinn. I don't know. I always said that Margot Robbie could have been a great Harley Quinn if they had actually written her as Harleen Quinzel in, like, the origin story. But Joker 2 is going to be a musical. Why? Who said that this was okay? Who greenlit this? Who said, you know what? Why don't we make this a musical? The Joker on Ice. Uh-oh. I loved the first Joker film. I thought that it was really great. I personally don't think that it needed a sequel. Again, I'm all for a sequel if it's going to be as good and better as the first film. But usually sequels are hit or they are a massive miss. And I feel like they could have massively missed. I don't know who thought that this was going to be a good idea. I mean, I'm just like I'm out of fucking words. I'm speechless. This is not okay. This will never be okay. And I hate everyone that's part of this project. The Joker on Broadway. Sheesh. Yeah, that's... Honestly. Can we actually think about, like, a Batman and Joker on Broadway? I mean, honestly, I'd pay. I'd pay money to see it. I would. I don't get it. I don't know what the vision was with this. Yeah, maybe they're saying this and they put out this leak, this rumor to test the waters. Maybe, chat. I don't know, right? I don't have an inside scoop about Joker 2, the fucking musical. But I do know that this sounds like a disgusting situation, and they shouldn't do that. So, chat, next, we're moving into the final topic of the night, which we're going to be watching part 1 of the interview that Amber did, where she sat down to talk about the defamation trial against Johnny Depp. Now, I do not think that Amber should be doing... Well, I didn't, and I don't think that Amber should be doing interviews already, right? She said, I want to move forward with my life, and Johnny also said the same exact thing. You don't see him running around already doing these fucking exclusive interviews. Now, I know I can clearly see why Amber is doing this. Amber is doing this because she needs money, okay? Doing all of these exclusive interviews with NBC, it makes her money that she can maybe use to pay Johnny. But she decided to do a exclusive sit-down interview. I'm gonna pause the music. I don't know if there's more to this released already. online, it says, in part 1 of this exclusive interview, Savannah sits down with Amber Heard to talk about the defamation trial against ex-husband Johnny Depp. I could not find, like, a full interview. This says part 1. I could only find clips on YouTube. I don't know if the full interview is released yet, but we're at least going to react to part 1. Thank you, Today's Show, for giving us this lovely, wonderful interview. I'm sure Amber's gonna do great. You're doing great, sweetie. Uh-oh, I fucked up the screen. Uh-oh. Nope, that doesn't work either. I was trying to make this larger, but, well, I can't. So, guys, you're just gonna have to shut up and deal with it. Quickly, though, before we start this video, very fun. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure to give it a like. If you're not, give it a dislike. Consider donating via Streamlabs. All donos pop up. $3 or more text-to-speech activates. Become a member via YouTube memberships. Dark Titan via Patreon. Thank you guys for being here. Alright, you will have to let me know how the volume is. We're going to watch this together, you and me. That seems low.
As you sit, it's been about more than a week since the verdict.
I'm turning it up. Is that good?
As you sit here, it's been about more than a week since the verdict.
Okay.
As you sit here with me now, has it sunk in?
I hate
could it-
that. That is a pet peeve of mine. Oh my god. That makes my blood boil. When YouTubers start a video off with sighing. When Twitch streamers start off an important topic with sighing. When celebrities start interviews off with sighing. Stop. It's... You breathe. You're a mouth breather. We get it. I'm about to put on the best performance of my goddamn life. The dramatic ass sigh. I can't deal with it.
Surreal. And
wow. Thank you, Amber. It's real.
difficult. In part, yes. This has been a long time coming. Do you stand by your testimony and your accusations against Johnny Depp about abuse?
Of course. To my dying day, will stand by every word of my testimony.
Oh, God. Okay. She's gonna stand by her testimony that she gave, where people didn't believe her. No one believes her after that testimony. Okay, feel free to stand by it until your dying day, but no one believed you, so why would you stand by it?
The real-life drama of the defamation case between Amber Heard and her ex-husband Johnny Depp captivated millions of people around the world.
It's true.
Amber Heard just got exposed.
Johnny, you hit me.
This is so cringe.
With clips spreading
Social
across social
media.
media like wildfire.
True, though.
I think the vast majority of this trial was played out on social media. I think that this trial
Yeah.
is an example of that gone haywire, gone amok. And
I think that it's important to point out here that all of this was so massive on social media because she made it massive. Okay, she is the one who decided to put out the op-ed in the Washington Post, right? She is the one who decided to make accusations against Johnny. She is the one who decided to put this in the eyes of the fucking public. If you didn't put this in the eyes of the public, this wouldn't be going on. You wouldn't be sued right now. None of this would be happening. If she had simply divorced Johnny Depp, she probably would be in a much fucking better position than she is today because none of this would have ever happened. This is all happening because she decided to do it. She's decided to put out these accusations.
$25. Johnny should sue her for these lies
I
too.
agree. I think that Johnny, literally, even her statement, the day that she lost, right? He could sue her over that. I mean, she could be sued like 4 other times at this point. Thank you, McCutter40, for the $25 donation. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. But it's true. She could be sued so many more times at this point, and she'd fucking lose like she did the first time.
The jury is not immune to that.
You think the jury saw it?
How could they not? I think even the most well-intentioned juror, it would have been impossible to avoid this.
It was their job to not look at social media, to not get distracted by what people were saying online, and I don't think that they did. I really don't. I think that these jurors were fair. She did win, 1 out of the 3 claims, but at the same time, first of all, it wasn't even for anything that Johnny did. It was for something his lawyer did, but she lost, plain and simple, on all 3. I mean, come on now. I don't think that the jurors were on social media. I don't think the jurors were doing anything unfair. I don't think the jurors did anything wrong. I really don't, right? It's not like they're all, because they could technically already come out and start doing interviews and making statements, right? They can do whatever the fuck they want. They're not doing anything. If we're talking about jurors who were only doing it because they were looking at social media, they clearly sided with someone, don't you think that they'd already be speaking out?
People online and crowds outside the courthouse made it clear where they stood.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Every single day I passed for 3, 4, sometimes 6 blocks, city blocks lined with people holding signs saying burn the witch, death to Amber. After 3.5 weeks, I took the stand and saw just a courtroom packed full of Captain Jack Sparrow fans who were vocal, energized.
Can you put in?
My thing with that is the fact that her fans could have done the same thing. If she had fans, her fans could have put burn Johnny Depp on a sign. Her fans could have put, all the things that she's saying she saw, these terrible things. Her fans could have done the same thing. It's not his fault that he has dedicated, passionate fans. I'm sure that there were Amber supporters there that had terrible shit put on their posters as well about Johnny. I mean, she got his career ruined. And she doesn't even have that many fans. Her fans could have done the same shit. I'm sure that there were people there that did. So that's not fair. Okay?
Into words how that
Boo-hoo,
felt.
people were mean.
This was the most humiliating and horrible thing I've ever been through.
Don't you think that that was the most humiliating and most difficult thing Johnny had ever gone through? Is being fucking accused of assaulting someone, of abusing someone, of hurting someone, of treating someone like shit? He was accused of verbal assault, physical assault, of rape, of all these things. Don't you think that that was fucking humiliating and traumatizing for him? For people to instantly believe you and believe the celebrities that backed you with no fucking evidence? Don't you think that that was humiliating for him? Does she not see the problems with her statements?
I have never felt more removed from my own humanity.
Don't you think that Johnny felt removed from his humanity when people were blacklisting him from the industry, his daughter from the industry, people were threatening him, threatening his family, where companies said, screw you, we're never going to work with you again? Amber only thinking about herself. Classic.
Let's go back to the day of the verdict. Were you feeling confident?
Uh-oh. Here it comes.
That's a great question. I wish I could say yes to that. I want to say yes to you, but it wouldn't be true. Even if you think that I'm lying, you still couldn't look me in the eye and tell me that you think on social media there's been a fair representation.
Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes.
After the 6-week trial, the jury found Heard defamed Depp
seriously.
in a 2018 Washington
Yeah,
Post
she
op-ed
did.
in which she wrote she was a public figure representing domestic abuse. She
Uh-huh.
never mentioned her ex-husband by name.
Uh-huh. And then
Depp
she
denied the abuse
admitted.
allegation.
She admitted during the trial. That's why I wrote the op-ed about him. That's what this whole thing was. At that point, that was what, in fucking closing? She literally said, "That's why I wrote the op-ed." Twice! Not even once, but twice!
In court.
That's why! That is why! He won! Because you admitted you wrote it.
Heard won just one of 3
Holy.
claims in her countersuit against her ex-husband. That verdict came less than 2 years after a judge ruled against Depp in a similar case in the UK, in which he sued a British newspaper that called him a wife-beater.
There was another trial, handled it with the same, dealt with the same substantive issues that had even more evidence in. In fact, my evidence was largely kept out. Really important pieces of evidence.
Okay, so where are the medical records? Where are the medical records? Okay? If you have so much evidence, where are the medical records? I'm just saying, if I went through a situation like her, if my nose was being broken, if my wrist was being sprained, if I had bruises on me, I'd be going to the fucking doctor, okay? I would be going to the doctor to make sure that, like, there weren't other serious issues going on. Like, you have a broken nose, that's gotta get checked out, okay? Not only is it gonna hurt, right? But then you're an actress, you're a model, you're this spokesperson, you're this social media star, right? Your nose could heal in a very freaked up way. Why wouldn't you be going to the doctor? If she had shown up with all of these medical records from multiple broken noses, multiple broken wrists, sprained wrists, punched face, I would look at that and go, wow, that is a lot of fucking medical evidence from doctors and nurses going, yeah, she had all these things wrong with her. I would view this situation probably differently because that is the evidence that I want to see. If she had shown up to this with evidence, I think a lot of people would be like, yikes, like, that is irrefutable evidence. But you're telling me she had a broken nose and then the next day she was on she was on some night show with no fucking injuries? I'm just not buying it.
Evidence kept out. Done differently, handled differently by a judge instead of a jury.
Some evidence is admissible in a UK court that is not admissible in a US court.
And it's important to point out with the Sun case, first of all, yes, the trial was a sham, right? The UK judge's son worked for the paper being sued. Johnny sued the Sun under different circumstances. I mean, there is a massive laundry list of reasons why. To me, I look at that suit and I go, holy shit, it shouldn't have happened this way. The judge shouldn't have been part of this. The judge was very clearly biased.
Do you think that maybe he just had better lawyers?
I will say his lawyers
So
did
scripted right
certainly
here.
a better job of distracting the jury from the real issues.
For some people,
That's so scripted.
they just were frankly disgusted by the whole thing and don't have much sympathy for either one of you. Can you understand that?
Absolutely. I would not blame the average person for looking at this and how it's been covered and not think that it is Hollywood brats at their worst. But what people don't understand is it's...
Oh, I don't know if you guys noticed this. This is something that Amber started doing during the trial that she previously didn't do.
What people don't
That when she's tripping over her words and she's trying to figure out what she's going to say next, she, like, flutters her eyes.
at their worst. But what people don't understand is it's actually
It's one of those
so much
those pieces of body language that is tied to lying, but that's okay. She's telling the truth, surely.
bigger than that. This is not only about our First Amendment right to speak.
But here's the thing about the
She pulls out the free speech card. Listen, Amber. You defamed someone. You said lies online. You got someone's career ruined. You caused damage to their career. You got sued, and you lost. It's as simple as that.
First Amendment. The First Amendment protects free speech. It doesn't protect lies that amount to defamation.
True. It's true. They were lies. Defamation. Okay, she's the one who decided to put this in the eye of the public. She's the one who decided to come out with the op-ed. She admitted to writing the op-ed. That is why she lost, because it was about the op-ed.
That was the issue in the case.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. You can't go into the free speech does not protect you if you go into a crowded theater and you scream fire. We get the concept of free speech from the Greeks.
Huh?
My understanding of what that means.
Huh? What is she trying to say here? Congratulations, you know history? What is she... I'm sorry, what?
Yes, exactly. You can't go into the free speech does not protect you if you go into a crowded theater and you scream fire.
Okay.
We get the concept of free speech from the Greeks. My understanding of
What?
that means is not just the freedom to speak. It's the freedom to speak truth to power.
Am I missing something? What the fuck is she trying to get on with? What is she... It's not so... Does she... Huh? Did she forget her script?
But truth is the word.
Yes.
And that was the issue.
And that's all I
Yeah.
spoke. And I spoke
No. You lied, and you didn't have any proof to back up your claims.
it to power, and I paid the price.
Huh? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I don't understand. What?
In the closing arguments,
Okay,
the lawyer said,
sure.
called your testimony the performance of a lifetime and said you were acting. What do you say to that?
Says the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
Why would you say that, dude?
Acting. What do you say to that?
Says the lawyer. And that's all I spoke. And I spoke it to power, and I paid the price.
Okay, alright. Power.
In the closing arguments, the lawyer said, called your testimony the performance of a lifetime and said you were acting.
Hold on. Donation.
Amber Heard donated $10.
Who the...
Please stop making fun of me. I just want to move on with my life. Opening parenthesis.
Go away, Neil Druckmann. Thank you for the $10 donation, random user. Thank you for the $10 donation. I really appreciate that.
It to power, and I paid the price.
In the closing arguments, the lawyer said, called your testimony the performance of a lifetime and said you were acting. What do you say to that?
Says the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
Jesus Christ. Guys, Johnny convinced the world that he has scissors for fingers. Johnny did it. Johnny has scissor fingers. He convinced the world. Listen, Amber, your job is to act. His job is to act. That's not actually convincing people that something is real. No one's fucking convinced you have goddamn
Christopher
fins.
donated $5. She just wants to feel seen.
True. Thank you, Chris, for the $5. Says the lawyer who represents the man who convinced the world he has scissors for fingers. Jesus Christ.
It's a freedom to speak truth to power.
Shut up. We're gonna play it
But
one more
truth is
time.
the word.
Yes.
And that was the issue.
And that's all I spoke. And I spoke it to power.
We're
and
gonna
I paid
play
the price.
one more time.
In the closing arguments, the DEP lawyer said, called your testimony the performance of a lifetime, and said
I
you were
can't.
acting.
I
What do you say to that?
can't. Oh my god.
Says the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
Look at her shake her head like, yeah. Yeah, he did. Like, yeah. I don't know if you believe it, but he really did. I mean, is she the only fucking one who actually Did she say that? Thinking that she wasn't the only one? Did he convince her that he has scissors for fingers? I mean, come on, Amber. That is not a good look.
I'm the performer. I had listened to weeks of testimony insinuating that, or saying quite directly that, you know, I'm a terrible actress.
You are. You are. And you're also apparently terrible at keeping records since you went to the doctors, but you just didn't have any evidence of it.
So I'm a bit confused how I could be both.
Honestly, I'm a bit confused why you would make these statements thinking that people would like you. Guys, I can't believe it. I must be the only person who doesn't believe. I didn't believe Johnny really had scissors for fingers, but Amber says that he convinced the world that he had scissors for fingers, so it must just be me. I'm a non-believer. Shun the non-believers.
The DEP team argued that you were the abuser, that you instigated physical violence. Did you?
I never had to instigate it. I responded to it.
Two wrongs don't make a right, Amber. And you would, I know the interviewer will point this out, she admitted in tapes to being the problem, to instigating.
When you're living in violence and it becomes normal, as I testified to, you have to adapt. You say
My problem with this is that we're talking about a woman who had millions of dollars, who had extremely powerful, rich friends. Why wouldn't she just walk out of the house and leave? Why wouldn't she just leave? Okay, she had acting jobs. She was I don't want to say a super well-known actress, right? But people knew that she was married to Johnny Depp. She had rich friends, powerful friends. Okay, she also had millions of dollars. Why the fuck didn't she just get up and walk out of the goddamn house? We're not talking about someone here who is unfortunately in a extremely bad financial situation where they can't leave for reasons, maybe children or maybe money. Maybe they're sick and they need this person to take care of them. We're talking about a actress who has millions of dollars, who knows people who also have millions of dollars. Get up and walk out of the house. If someone just broke your nose, call the police. I am a 23-year-old woman, and I can tell you, it's as simple as that. I mean, how old is Amber? 30? Probably. I don't know. Don't ask me. Right? But don't you think a woman in her late 20s, mid-20s, I mean, even early 20s would know this? Or just a human being? Also, hello. How you doing? Comic Artist Pro Secrets. How you doing? Toxic Match. Hello, chat. Hello, hello. Hello, Ethan. She played herself, alright? I just can't get over the statement that she made where she said he convinced the world that he had scissors for fingers. Who was convinced that Johnny had scissors for fingers? Huh?
You were responding, but there is evidence. There are tapes.
I just
in which
don't
you
get
acknowledge
it.
Hitting. There are tapes in which you say, "I started the fight."
She
I know
did.
much has been made of these
the
audio tapes.
all
They
the
were
edits.
first leaked online after being edited. What you would
They leaked online before they edited. She was probably the one who leaked them online, okay? Thinking that everyone would still support her and love her and believe her. Edited. We're not talking about like a 1-minute clip here, a 1-minute clip there. We're talking about hours of clips of audio here.
would hear in those clips are not evidence of what was happening. It was evidence of a negotiation.
Yeah, it is
How to
the
talk
real
about that
EVS,
with
guys. Get your
abuser.
fangirling
I'm
out now.
looking at a transcript that says, he says, you start physical fights, and you say, I did
He's
start
real.
a physical fight. I can't promise you I won't get physical again. I mean, this is in black and white. I understand context. But you're testifying and you're just telling me today I never started a physical fight.
But she
and here you are on
did.
tape saying you did.
So, why would we believe that these tapes are edited and that she didn't actually do these things when she, for weeks, months, years, said, I didn't write the op-ed about Johnny, and then literally she admitted in the trial, in her own words twice, to writing the op-ed about Johnny. Huh?
As I testified on the stand about this, is that when your life is at risk, not only will you take the blame for things
Your life is at risk.
that you shouldn't take the blame for, but when you're in an abusive dynamic, psychologically, emotionally, and physically, you don't have the resources that, say, you or I do with the luxury of saying, hey, this is black and white, because it's anything but when you're living in it.
But then there are other times, there's another tape where you're taunting him and saying, oh, tell the world, Johnny
Yeah.
Depp, I, a man, am a victim of domestic violence.
20-second clips or the transcripts of them are not representative of even the 2 hours or the 3 hours that those clips are excerpt from.
I also agree. Which is why, which is why people shouldn't look at the video that she took with her phone of him slamming the cabinets and instantly said, this is the guy that's abusing me and beating me up and being verbally abusive, physically abusive with me, because it doesn't have context behind it. That's why you shouldn't look at that clip and believe that he's this wife-beating, terrible person, because it was taken on the same day, or a couple days before, maybe? A couple days after his mother passed away, and he was going through a lot. That's maybe why, yeah, sure. You shouldn't just look at a 20-second clip and instantly believe what the party is saying. Why would I believe you? Why should you believe them? But she literally used that clip of the cabinet door slamming and said, this is the guy who's terrible. I mean, she laughed in that clip. But the laughing aside that makes her look terrible. Come on, Amber, do you not see the problems with your statements? Amber Heard fired her first PR team. I think that she should also fire her second. Because if I was paying for this, I would not be very happy. Also, can I just say she's a strong, independent woman who can say what she wants? Why would she be... Why would she be saying these things? Why would she not look at this situation and go, yeah, listen, I know I'm supposed to read from the script, but, like, this script is actually trash.
Could your side have just put the whole 3 hours in then?
I'm not a lawyer. As I testified to,
I'm not
I
a
was
lawyer.
talking.
Believe me, Amber, we know that you're not a lawyer.
Just put the whole 3 hours in then?
I'm not a lawyer. As I testified to, I was talking in those recordings as a person in extreme amount of emotional, psychological, and physical distress.
Is that why you laughed in them? Like a haha, I got you on camera slamming a cabinet door? Is that why you laughed? Because you were in distress.
He
And
says
it
he
doesn't-
never hit you.
He can't-
Never. Is
yeah.
that a lie?
Yes, it is.
What about the witnesses who said they have seen you instigate physical violence?
I've seen firsthand how people will file rank and support the person they depend on.
Did they all come in and lie in court?
I am not here to call any of his witnesses any names. I'm here
Even though she did that about Kate Moss in the trial. Kate Moss.
to just kind of talk about it from what it felt like for me as the person who sat there.
When I asked his lawyers, why do you think you won? And the answer I got was because she never took responsibility for anything she
I
did
don't know.
in the marriage.
I did do
It's
and
just-
say horrible,
Yeah.
regrettable things
Uh-huh.
throughout my
Really
relationship.
regrettable,
I behaved
really
in
regret.
horrible, almost unrecognizable to myself ways. There's so
Oh,
much.
only to yourself? What about to the other human being that was also in that relationship with you? You didn't treat him in horrible, terrible ways, only yourself. Well, chat, with that being said, the clip is over. That's all I had to talk about with the Amber topic. I'm going to be wrapping up stream in a minute, chat. Definitely an interesting situation. This was only part 1 of the interview. I don't know when the rest of the interview is going to be released, but whenever it is released, we will talk about it and we will bring it back up. But that's all that we had to talk about. We talked about Amber, we talked about Top Gun, we talked about localizers, censorship, we talked about a lot of different things tonight, but I'm going to wrap up stream in a minute. If you have any last minute questions, feel free to ask. Any topics, feel free to ask. Uh-oh, that might be loud. Here we go. But yeah. Yeah, it's terrible what she did to Depp. Her narcissism won't let her stop doubling down. I 100% agree with all of these statements, guys. I really do.
Donated $5.
Thank you for the $5.
Every day is a living hell.
Actually true. Thank you for the 5, Christopher. Much appreciated. She hasn't realized that she'll never get paid for acting roles again. I don't know if I believe that, just because there are still people in Hollywood that believe her, that think that she is trustworthy. Maybe she will get roles. She's currently slated for 2 other movies for right now, so maybe those won't come out. They're in, like, pre-production, but it's been said that she's going to be in them. Only time will tell, though. I don't know, chat. I do not know. Yikes, yikes, yikes. She needs to move on. She does. She needs to not do interviews. She needs to not bury herself deeper in the hole she's already in. She needs to move on. She needs to allow Johnny to move on. And maybe she can save her career. I don't know, though. I don't know, though. I don't think that these interviews are making her look like a good person. She doesn't look like a good person. She will probably never look like a good person again. But she is the only one who is deciding to do these things, to go into these interviews, to make statements on social media that she probably can get sued over again. I think it would be pretty funny if she got sued again. Do I know if it's going to happen? No, I don't have any inside information. But she's definitely made herself look like even more of a terrible person and a worse actor than we already thought she was. But alright guys, I'm going to wrap up the live stream here. Thank you all so much for stopping by tonight. I do really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream, make sure to give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way. Check out the links in the description. Follow me on social media, Twitter, mine's BitChute, Odyssey, Getter. Join our Discord server. We're very active there. I do tag you all when I go live in case YouTube doesn't notify you of the live streams. Thank you for the donations, for the support. Like I said earlier, I will be streaming again on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll be playing some more 7 Pirates H, and I do plan to play it over the weekend, Saturday, Sunday as well. I do want to do a whole playthrough of it, so hopefully, okay, we'll be able to make some good progress this weekend. And I'm not sure what we'll be playing next weekend, but, well, the weekend after this weekend. But I will let you guys know. So yeah, I'm going to wrap up here. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Check out the links in the description. And have a fantastic evening, everyone.